For centuries, the Galactic Empire had reigned supreme over the known universe. Its vast interstellar civilization spanned countless star systems, united under a single iron-fisted rule. The Empire's technological prowess was unmatched, its military might unrivaled. From the core worlds to the distant frontier colonies, all bowed before the majesty of the imperial banner. At the heart of this grand empire sat the imperial capital, a sprawling metropolis that served as the seat of power. Here, the emperor and his most trusted advisors plotted the course of the galaxy, secure in the knowledge that no force could challenge their supremacy. The citizens of the empire lived in relative peace and prosperity, their lives governed by the rigid structures of the imperial bureaucracy. Yet, deep within the endless expanse of space, there existed a remote and isolated planet that had long evaded the Empire's notice. This world, known as Earth, remained hidden behind a veil of obscurity, its inhabitants blissfully unaware of the grand cosmic drama unfolding in the stars above. On Earth, the people went about their daily lives, their technological advancement lagging far behind the wonders of the Galactic Empire. They had no inkling of the advanced interstellar civilizations that spanned the galaxy, their existence confined to the confines of their own world. In the imperial halls of power, however, the mere mention of this backwater planet would have elicited little more than a dismissive chuckle. The leaders of the empire saw no value or threat in the primitive inhabitants of Earth. Their focus remained firmly fixed on the expansion and consolidation of their galactic dominion, confident that no power could ever hope to challenge their authority. But unbeknownst to the arrogant imperial elite, a quiet revolution was brewing on the distant planet. Driven by an innate human curiosity and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, the Earthlings had begun to push the boundaries of their technological capabilities, slowly unlocking the secrets of the cosmos. In the shadows of their laboratories and research facilities, brilliant minds toiled away, driven by an unquenchable thirst for discovery, while the rest of the galaxy marveled at the wonders of the Empire's advanced technology. These Earthlings worked tirelessly to create innovations that would one day astound the entire interstellar community. Yet the Galactic Empire remained oblivious to the stirrings of this remote world, content in the belief that their supremacy was unassailable. The Emperor and his advisors continued to bask in the glory of their vast dominion, secure in the knowledge that no power in the galaxy could ever pose a threat to their rule. Little did they know that the seeds of a revolution had been sown, and that the day would soon come when the Galactic Empire would be forced to confront a startling truth. The backwater planet of Earth possessed secrets that would shake the very foundation of their interstellar order. The vast expanse of the Galactic Empire stretched across the stars, its influence touching every corner of the known universe. For centuries, the imperial fleets had patrolled the hyperlanes, maintaining a watchful eye over the myriad worlds and species that fell under the Empire's dominion. However, one particular sector of space had long evaded the Empire's comprehensive surveys. It was a remote region, dotted with unremarkable star systems and obscured by dense stellar phenomena. This uncharted backwater had remained a blind spot in the Empire's meticulous mapping of the galaxy. That is, until a routine exploration mission stumbled upon a small, unremarkable planet hidden in the shadows of this forgotten corner of space. The Imperial Survey Team, led by a seasoned captain, approached the insignificant world with little more than mild curiosity. After all, what could a primitive, technologically limited planet possibly offer the mighty Galactic Empire? As the survey team scanned the planet's surface, they were met with a surprising revelation. Beneath the layers of obscurity, the Earthlings had developed a level of technological sophistication that confounded the Imperial experts. Sensors detected advanced infrastructure, complex communication networks, and signs of a burgeoning industrial civilization. The captain, a veteran of countless campaigns, recognized the potential implications of this discovery. Summoning his most trusted officers, he relayed the findings with a growing sense of unease. This planet, this Earth, appears to be far more advanced than our initial assessments suggested, the captain said, his brow furrowed in contemplation. Their technological capabilities may be more developed than we had presumed. The officers exchanged uneasy glances, their minds racing with the implications. The Galactic Empire had long operated under the assumption that no civilization beyond its borders could pose a credible threat. The very idea that a remote, isolated world might possess technological innovations that rivaled their own was both intriguing and unsettling. "We must report this to the Imperial Command immediately," the captain declared, his voice firm. "They must be made aware of this discovery and its potential ramifications." Hastily, the survey team prepared to dispatch a coded transmission, their minds abuzz with the weight of their findings. For the first time in generations, the unshakable confidence of the Galactic Empire had been shaken. Little did they know that their discovery would set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the delicate balance of power in the cosmos. The backwater planet of Earth, long dismissed as insignificant, was about to become the center of a galactic storm. The discovery of the technologically advanced planet known as Earth had sent shockwaves through the highest echelons of the Galactic Empire. The Imperial Command, initially dismissive of the remote world, now found itself grappling with the unsettling implications of this revelation. Convening in the Grand Council chambers of the Imperial capital, the Emperor and his most trusted advisors debated the course of action. Some advocated for an immediate invasion, determined to subjugate the Earthlings and seize control of their technological secrets. Others, however, argued for a more cautious approach, wary of the potential consequences of antagonizing a civilization that had managed to elude the Empire's notice for so long. After much heated discussion, the Council reached a decision. A covert mission would be dispatched to the planet Earth, tasked with gathering more intelligence on the nature and extent of the Earthlings' technological capabilities. The mission, led by a seasoned team of elite Imperial operatives, was shrouded in secrecy. Posing as ordinary travelers or citizens, the team infiltrated the planet, blending seamlessly into the fabric of Earthling society. Their objective was to gather as much information as possible without alerting the unsuspecting populace to the Empire's existence. As the operatives settled into their roles, they were struck by the sheer complexity of Earthling civilization. The planet's sprawling cities, intricate transportation networks, and advanced communication systems defied the Empire's preconceptions of a technologically primitive world. But it was in the realm of military technology that the operatives encountered the most startling revelations. Hidden within the Earthlings' research facilities and defense installations, they discovered prototypes of advanced spacecraft, energy weapons, and other innovations that rivaled, and in some cases, surpassed the Empire's own technological prowess. The team's reports, transmitted covertly to the Imperial Command, painted a picture that was both intriguing and deeply unsettling. The Earthlings, long considered a backwater civilization, had managed to develop an astonishingly capable military force, one that could potentially challenge the might of the Galactic Empire. As the operatives continued their covert observations, they found themselves increasingly drawn into the Earthlings' way of life. The vibrancy of their culture, the ingenuity of their problem-solving, and the unwavering spirit of their people left a deep impression on the Imperial agents. Torn between their duty to the Empire and the growing respect they held for the Earthlings, the operatives found themselves in a moral quandary. Should they remain faithful to the Empire and report their findings, potentially leading to the subjugation or destruction of this remarkable world? Or should they find a way to safeguard the Earthlings, even if it meant betraying the very civilization they had sworn to serve? The fate of Earth and the Galactic Empire now hung in the balance, as the covert mission continued its delicate dance of observation and deception. The Imperial capital, a grand metropolis that served as the heart of the Galactic Empire, was abuzz with a growing sense of unease. The covert mission to the planet Earth had returned, and the reports they brought with them were nothing short of shocking. As the team of elite operatives gathered in the inner sanctum of the Imperial Command, the atmosphere was tense and palpable. The highest-ranking officials, including the Emperor's most trusted advisors, listened intently as the mission leader delivered his findings. Your Majesty, esteemed counselors, the situation on Earth is far more dire than we had anticipated. The operative began, his voice tinged with a rare hint of concern. The Earthlings possess technological capabilities that rival, and in some cases, even surpass our own. A hush fell over the chamber, the weight of those words sinking in like a heavy blanket. The Imperial leaders, accustomed to the unquestioned supremacy of the Galactic Empire, struggled to comprehend the implications of this revelation. "Impossible," exclaimed one of the counselors, his face contorted in a mixture of disbelief and indignation. "These Earthlings are a primitive backwater civilization. How could they have developed such advanced technology without our knowledge?" The operative stood firm, his expression grave. "I assure you, the evidence is irrefutable. The Earthlings have made remarkable strides in fields such as energy generation, propulsion systems, and even the development of powerful weaponry. Their military capabilities are a far cry from the primitive state we had assumed." The Emperor, a figure of unparalleled authority, raised a hand to silence the growing murmurs in the chamber. His piercing gaze fell upon the operative, his voice measured and deliberate. "And what of their intentions? Do they pose a direct threat to the Galactic Empire?" The operative hesitated for a moment, the weight of his words clearly weighing heavily on him. "That, Your Majesty, is the crux of the matter. The Earthlings have remained largely isolated and unaware of our existence. However, their technological advancements suggest the potential for them to become a formidable power in their own right." The counselors erupted in a cacophony of voices, each offering their own interpretation of the situation. Some advocated for an immediate invasion, determined to subjugate the Earthlings and seize control of their technological secrets. Others, more cautious, argued for a diplomatic approach, wary of the potential consequences of provoking a civilization that had managed to evade the Empire's notice for so long. Amidst the heated debate, the Emperor raised his hand once more, silencing the room. His eyes narrowed. A contemplative expression etched upon his face. "This is a matter that requires our utmost attention. The Earthlings, it seems, have stumbled upon secrets that may very well threaten the foundation of the Galactic Empire. We must act, but with great care and consideration." As the council members exchanged uneasy glances, the weight of the Emperor's words hung in the air, a harbinger of the momentous decisions that would shape the future of the galaxy. The revelations about Earth's technological prowess had shaken the very foundations of the Galactic Empire. In the halls of power, the Emperor and his advisors debated the appropriate course of action, their discussions echoing with the weight of a potential galactic crisis. After much deliberation, a decision was reached. The Empire would dispatch a formidable military force to the distant planet, tasked with gathering more intelligence and, if necessary, securing the Earthlings' compliance. The mobilization of the Imperial fleet was a massive undertaking, one that required the coordination of countless resources and personnel. The most advanced warships, equipped with the latest in offensive and defensive technologies, were assembled under the command of seasoned admirals and battle-hardened captains. As the fleet began to take shape, word of the impending mission spread through the rank and file of the Imperial military. The soldiers and pilots, accustomed to the Empire's unquestioned dominance, were eager to prove their mettle against the seemingly primitive Earthlings. Yet, even among the most steadfast supporters of the Imperial cause, there was an underlying sense of unease. The covert missions reports had painted a troubling picture, hinting at the Earthlings' unexpected technological capabilities. The prospect of confronting a civilization that could potentially challenge the might of the Galactic Empire was a daunting one. Beyond the walls of the Imperial capital, the Earthlings themselves were beginning to sense the impending arrival of an extraordinary visitor. Through their advanced surveillance networks and intelligence-gathering efforts, they had detected the telltale signs of the massive Imperial fleet's approach. The leaders of Earth, once blissfully unaware of the galaxy beyond their own world, now found themselves thrust into a precarious situation. They knew that the Galactic Empire, with its vast resources and military might, posed a formidable threat to their planet's independence and way of life. In the face of this looming confrontation, the Earthlings began to mobilize their own forces, drawing upon the technological breakthroughs they had painstakingly cultivated in the shadows. Skilled engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to enhance their military capabilities, determined to defend their home planet against the might of the Empire. As the two sides prepared for the inevitable clash, the tension in the galaxy grew palpable. The fate of Earth, and perhaps the entire interstellar order, hung in the balance, awaiting the moment when the Imperial fleet would breach the planet's atmosphere and come face to face with the technological marvels that the Earthlings had managed to keep hidden from the rest of the galaxy. The skies above Earth had never before witnessed such a spectacle of power and might. As the massive Imperial fleet descended upon the planet, its towering warships and formidable armada casting long shadows over the unsuspecting Earthlings below. For the citizens of Earth, the sight of the Galactic Empire's military might was both awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling. They had spent years in relative isolation, unaware of the cosmic realities that lay beyond their own world. Now, they found themselves at the center of a looming confrontation that would test the very limits of their technological advancements. In the command centers and military installations scattered across the planet, the Earthling leadership sprang into action. Decades of secret research and development had prepared them for this momentous occasion, and they were determined to defend their home against the encroaching Imperial forces. As the Imperial fleet moved to establish a perimeter around the planet, the Earthlings unleashed a series of devastating counterattacks. Their advanced spacecraft, equipped with cutting-edge propulsion systems and powerful energy weapons, caught the Imperial commanders off guard. The Earthlings' tactical maneuvers, honed through rigorous simulations and a deep understanding of their own planetary terrain, proved to be a formidable challenge for the Empire's seasoned fleet. The skies above Earth became a theater of chaos and destruction as the two sides engaged in a fierce battle for supremacy. The Imperial warships, with their sheer size and firepower, attempted to overwhelm the Earthlings' defenses, but the Earthlings' superior agility and innovative tactics allowed them to evade and outmaneuver their opponents. Across the galaxy, the news of the conflict spread like wildfire, shattering the long-held belief in the Galactic Empire's unassailable dominance. Populations long subjugated under Imperial rule watched with bated breath, some even daring to hope that the Earthlings might emerge victorious against the mighty Imperial forces. The Earthling commanders, their resolve hardened by the gravity of the situation, pushed their technological advantages to the limit. They unleashed a barrage of precision-guided missiles, electromagnetic pulse weapons, and even experimental energy beams that overwhelmed the Imperial defenses, leaving the once formidable fleet reeling. As the battle raged on, the Earthlings' resilience and ingenuity became increasingly evident. The Imperial captains, accustomed to swift and decisive victories, found themselves struggling to maintain control of the engagement. The tide of the battle had turned, and the Earthlings' unlikely triumph seemed within reach. For the Galactic Empire, the realization that its dominance was being challenged by a remote, seemingly primitive civilization was a humbling and unsettling prospect. The fate of the entire interstellar order hung in the balance as the epic confrontation continued to unfold above the skies of Earth. The battle for Earth's skies had been a decisive and resounding victory for the Earthlings. The once mighty Imperial fleet, reduced to a battered and disorganized force, had been forced to retreat in the face of the Earthlings' superior technological prowess and tactical brilliance. As the news of the Earthlings' triumph spread across the vast reaches of the Galactic Empire, the reactions were a mix of shock, disbelief, and growing unease. In the Imperial capital, the Emperor and his advisors convened in a state of near panic. The very foundations of their interstellar dominion had been shaken to the core, and they struggled to come to terms with the implications of this unexpected turn of events. "This cannot be," exclaimed one of the counselors, his face contorted in a mixture of anger and disbelief. How could a backwater planet like Earth defeat the full might of the Imperial fleet? The Emperor, his usually stoic demeanor betraying a glimmer of concern, raised a hand to silence the heated debates. It is clear that we have underestimated the technological capabilities of the Earthlings. Their innovations have proven more advanced than our intelligence had suggested. Across the Empire, the news of Earth's victory spread like wildfire, igniting a wave of unrest and questioning among the subjugated populations. For generations, the imperial rule had been viewed as unassailable, a testament to the Empire's technological and military superiority. But now, the very idea that a remote, isolated planet could challenge this dominance was a revelation that shook the foundations of the interstellar order. In the farthest reaches of the Empire, whispers of rebellion and solidarity with the Earthlings began to circulate, fueling the embers of discontent that had long smoldered beneath the surface. The leaders of the Empire, once secure in their grip on power, now found themselves grappling with the specter of a potential galactic uprising. We cannot allow this victory to embolden the Earthlings or inspire insurrection among our own subjects, the Emperor declared, his voice laced with a rare note of urgency. We must devise a plan to reassert our dominance and reclaim the technological secrets that the Earthlings have uncovered. The Imperial strategists, their minds racing with contingency plans, knew that the stakes had been raised. The future of the Galactic Empire now hung in the balance, as the once unquestioned superpowers grappled with the prospect of a new galactic order, one in which the remote and unassuming planet of Earth had emerged as a formidable player. The reverberations of the Earthlings' victory would be felt throughout the cosmos, shattering the illusion of the Empire's invincibility and ushering in a new era of uncertainty and upheaval. The shockwaves of Earth's stunning victory over the Galactic Empire's military forces continued to reverberate throughout the vast expanse of the interstellar civilization. What had once been a foregone conclusion, the unquestioned dominance of the imperial rule, now lay in a state of upheaval, with the very foundations of the established order trembling. In the imperial capital, the emperor and his advisors found themselves grappling with a new reality, one that challenged their long-held assumptions and threatened to reshape the delicate balance of power that had defined the galaxy for centuries. The imperial strategists, their once infallible plans now rendered obsolete, scrambled to devise new approaches to confront the Earthlings. Some advocated for a renewed and more aggressive military campaign, determined to crush the upstart civilization and reclaim the technological secrets that had eluded the Empire for so long. Others, however, recognized the futility of such a course of action. The Earthlings had demonstrated a level of ingenuity and resilience that had caught the Empire off guard, and they knew that a direct confrontation could very well lead to the Empire's own downfall. As the debates raged on within the halls of the imperial power structure, diplomatic overtures were made to the leaders of Earth. The Earthlings, suddenly thrust into the galactic spotlight, found themselves in a position of unexpected leverage. They recognized the potential opportunities that this newfound status afforded them, and they approached the negotiations with a mix of caution and calculated ambition. Delicate discussions ensued, with both sides seeking to navigate the treacherous waters of interstellar politics. The Earthlings, mindful of the Empire's overwhelming military might, sought to establish a framework of mutual cooperation and technological exchange, while the imperial envoys struggled to maintain a veneer of authority and control. Slowly, but with growing momentum, the foundations of a new galactic order began to take shape. Trade agreements were forged, cultural exchanges were initiated, and the once rigid boundaries of the imperial domain began to blur as the Earthlings carved out a unique place for themselves within the larger cosmic community. For the citizens of the Galactic Empire, the acceptance of Earth as an equal partner, rather than a subjugated world, was a jarring and unsettling transition. The notion that the backwater planet they had long dismissed as insignificant could now wield such influence and leverage was a reality that many struggled to reconcile. Yet, as the decades passed, the integration of Earth into the larger galactic landscape proved to be a catalyst for profound change. The Earthlings' technological innovations, their spirit of exploration, and their willingness to challenge the status quo inspired a new wave of creativity and progress that swept through the once stagnant imperial domains. The Galactic Empire, once a monolithic and immutable force, had been irrevocably transformed. In its place, a new era of cooperation, innovation, and shared prosperity began to emerge, with Earth at the forefront of a burgeoning interstellar civilization that would shape the course of the galaxy for generations to come.